If you walk into any site or HO and ask someone, show me your SOPs, they'll open a folder, dust will come out, and inside you will find a 40-page Word document that nobody has read since the day it was approved. And that is the exact reason EPC companies get stuck. Everybody complains process is weak, people are not following system, but the truth is simple. Our SOPs are not written for employees, they are written only for audits. Today I'll show you exactly how to write EPC SOPs, work instructions and RACI matrix that people actually use. Not long, not boring, not theoretical, but powerful L4 layer documents that improve execution. Let us begin. Welcome back to EPC Sadhana and welcome to episode 7 of series 1. How to write EPC SOPs, work instructions and RACI matrices. This is L4 layer of process hierarchy that we discussed in our previous episodes. Most EPC engineers learn SOPs only 2 times in their life, during induction and during audits. The rest of the year, execution runs on ask that senior, see last year file, or do whatever HO told. And when something fails, like delay, cost overrun, rework or safety incident, everyone asks, where is the SOP? But the SOP is either 30-page, outdated or written in pure textbook language, purpose scope definitions and 28 pages of paragraphs. No one reads it, no one uses it and no one updates it. That is the reality. Let us understand why this happens. There are 4 reasons EPC companies fails at L4 documentation. Reason 1 is SOPs are written by copy-paste, not by process owner. Somebody takes an ISO template, fills it with generic lines and call it an SOP. No site visits, no stakeholder interviews, no reality check. And the reason 2 is no clarity between SOP, work instruction, checklist, format and RACI. Everything is mixed up. A 20-step checklist is inserted inside an SOP. A RACI is written inside a paragraph. A work instruction is written like a theory chapter. Engineers get confused because documents are confused. Reason 3. SOPs are written at one extreme, either too high level or too detailed. High level, engineer shall ensure all drawings are approved. Okay, but how? Who? What is the sequence? What are the required inputs? Like too detailed is every small click, every minor step, screenshot, 5 page for how to raise an indent. Both are not helpful. Reason 4. No ownership or governance. Once the SOP is made, nobody updates it. Nobody trains new people on it. Nobody measures compliance. So SOPs become old furniture lying in the system. And the end result is SOPs become shelfware, people follow tribal knowledge, projects suffer. Let's take a real EPC scenario. A billing engineer told me, our SOP says submit RA monthly bill, but it does not say who confirms measurements, who freezes the RA cutoff, who reviews the bill and who uploads it into ERP. Because the SOP had no work instructions and no RACI. Everyone assumed someone else was responsible. The bill was submitted couple of days late. The cash flow hit was couple of crores. One L4 package could have prevented it. In our earlier episode, that is episode 6 of series 1, we understood about L2 and L3 level of an EPC process hierarchy, and now let us understand the L4 level. Now we come to the real meat of the episode. This is how you write L4 documents so strong that even a new graduate engineer can execute the work confidently. And I call this as the EPC Sadhana L4 framework. 3 documents, 1 purpose. Let me break it down. L4 consists of 3 deliverables. The first is Standard Operating Procedure or SOP. It describes the end-to-end sequence of activities. The second one is Work Instructions. it describes how exactly one activity is performed. And the last one is RACI, that is responsibility matrix, and it defines who is responsible, who is accountable, etc. Let us understand how to write a powerful EPC SOP. Your SOP should answer one simple question. What is the standard way this function must work across HQ, RO and sites? Not too much detail, not too generic, just the exact rule of the game. SOP must have only 6 sections. The first is purpose, at max 2 lines, describing why does this SOP exist. Example could be to define the standard process for technical submittals to ensure quality and timely approvals. The second is scope. Where does it apply? Whether it is applicable to HO, RO, all the projects, etc. And the third is inputs and outputs. So inputs could be like drawings, BOQ, site condition, vendor document, etc. Output would be approved drawings, comment sheet. Very simple. And the fourth being high level process flow. At max 5 to 10 steps. This is the heart. Write steps like prepare, submit, internal review, submit to client, capture comments, revise and resubmit. Don't write how to click buttons, that is work instruction. Here only the what and the flow. The fifth element is RACI summary. It defines who is responsible, who is accountable, whom should be consulted, and whom the information should be given. The sixth element is KPIs and compliance. What will we measure? For example, submission cycle time or percentage of submissions approved in first cycle, zero overdue submissions. That's it. Your SOP is ready. Maximum 4 pages and people will read it. Let us understand the second deliverable of L4 hierarchy, that is work instructions. Work instruction is the how to do document. It is very detailed, very specific. If SOP is the rule of cricket, work instruction is how to play a straight drive. So what are the essential elements of work instruction? The first being step-by-step instructions, normally numbered steps like 1, 2, 3, and each step exactly describe how to perform the task. For an example, the task is update the drawing in document management system. The steps of work instruction will be open the registered template, enter submission number, and then enter the revision number. Select the discipline the drawing belongs to and upload the file to document management system. Simple. The second one is screenshot or sample format. You can insert only if needed. Then the other part is rules, validations and exceptions. What to do when a drawing is rejected? What if submission is late? What if vendor resubmits? So these exceptions, these validations must be covered here. And the last one is templates or annexures. Work instructions should be 3 to 10 pages depending upon complexity, and you can add all the relevant templates and annexures for clear understanding. Now let us understand how to prepare a RACI matrix, that is the heart of clarity. RACI is where EPC companies suddenly become efficient. The formula is simple. List the key steps. Assign the RACI, that is responsibility, accountability, consult and inform. That resolves the conflicts. Some of the tips for strong RACI, that is RACI. Only one A per activity, because accountability can't be shared. R, that is responsibility must be the person doing real work, not the person approving. Stop giving too many C's and I's, that is consulted and informed, because EPC companies make everyone consulted, but the result is delays. Show this RACI in toolbox talks, induction and monthly reviews. If you fix RC, you fix 40% of delays. Let us take a real EPC example, material indent, and see how the three components of L4 hierarchy looks like. The first being SOP. Let us call it as material indent management. The first step is define the purpose and scope and define the 7 steps. Apart from that, inputs could be BOQ or general alignment drawings. Output of the SOP would be approved indent, and KPI, one of the KPI could be indent cycle time, and attach a RACI summary. Then how the work instruction look like? So from the SOP material indent management, if one of the step could be how to raise material indent in ERP. So for this we can define work instruction step by step and a very detailed one, and also can attach screenshots and rules and exceptions. And the third one is RACI. So the site planning engineer is responsible. So this is an example I am giving. So it could be changing from company to company. Then the project manager is accountable. Then the purchase team is to be consulted. QA, QC and stores to be informed. So this is how the L4 level documentation actually looks like. Clear? No confusion? The final truth is documents don't fail, people fail to write good documents. SOPs are not to impress the auditors, work instructions is not to increase page count, or RACI is not to satisfy consultants. These are all execution weapons. When done right, execution becomes faster, communication becomes clearer, and accountability becomes stronger. Even a new engineer can get productive in 30 days. Mistakes reduces, rework reduces. This is the power of L4 discipline. The key takeaway is L4 is the backbone of EPC. It does not matter how beautiful or world-class processor systems you have, but it is much more important and crucial to have clearly defined L4 layer, as this layer is for the front-end warriors. In our EPC, it is for engineers and support teams, and they are the real implementers of all the processes. If you want to build a world-class EPC company, start with one thing: document the work the way work is actually done. No theoretical, no ornamental, not for audit. Real, practical, EPC focused. That is L4 excellence. If you start finding these episodes relevant and useful and wants to continue your sadhana of excellence, join me. This is our journey from firefighting to excellence. Stay tuned to EPC Sadhana with GK. See you soon in next episode of Series 1.